Hi, I'm Nick, and I run Amazon Bound, where we help talented job seekers to interview effectively with Amazon and other companies that practice behavioral interviewing techniques. In today's video, I'd like to answer a question we receive frequently from Amazon candidates who have applied for a role with Amazon at a certain level, but after the interview loop, they're offered a different role at a lower level than the one they have applied for originally. So the question we get from these folks is, what should I do? Should I accept the lower level role, or should I hold out and apply for the one role that I interviewed for originally at a different time, at a later time? The answer to this question is multifaceted. I would suggest that you accept the lower level role that Amazon offered you instead of holding out for the role that you had applied for originally. Let me use a concrete example in order to illustrate my logic better. Let's say you had applied for an SDE2 role originally, Software Development Engineer 2, but Amazon decided to give you an offer at the SDE1 level, Software Development Engineer 1, instead of SDE2. So the question becomes, do you take the SDE1 role, or do you hold out for an SDE2 role in the future? There are 4 specific reasons why I would suggest you take the SDE1 role now. Reason 1 is that in order for you to be hired externally, you need to demonstrate that you are above the Amazon hiring bar for that level. In this particular case, you need to demonstrate that you are raising the bar for SDE2s at Amazon. However, if you join as an SDE1 and then later would like to be promoted for an SDE2, a promotion is justified if you are at the level of SDE2. You don't need to be above that level. So that would make a promotion easier for you to achieve than jump into that role from the get-go. Reason number 2 is that in the interview, Amazon had calibrated you that you don't raise the bar for SDE2, but you do raise the bar for SDE1. So unless you are in a position to work on dramatically bigger projects at your current employer, where you could accumulate different professional experiences that would raise the SDE2 line, if you applied for different SDE2 roles in the future without having that increased professional experience and capability, you're going to get a similar no hire outcome. Reason number 3 is that once you join Amazon, you're going to get an insider perspective of the level that SDE1s perform at and the level that SDE2s perform at, instead of being unaware and blind about it, interviewing from the outside. Once you join the company, you're going to get that internal perspective, you're going to build your network, you're going to be able to work with other internal hiring managers and make your case repeatedly why you should be promoted to an SDE2 level. You would know exactly what the requirements are of the specific hiring manager, and it would be easier for you to achieve those requirements instead of, as I said, applying blindly from the outside. And reason number 4, and that's more of a pragmatic reason, is that there isn't much of a difference in the pay you would receive as an SDE1 versus an SDE2. So you would be holding out for a relatively small difference, and you would be delaying your SDE1 earnings, which would be a good sized opportunity cost for you in the long run. I hope this makes sense. If this logic was helpful to you, please subscribe to this channel. Please ask us if you have any other questions, and stay in touch. You got this. Bye.